welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a very requested tutorial on how to make your own Preppy intro. This is completed with all your text and your channel name, so you can basically customize this to your liking. I'm also very experienced with making Preppy intros. I've done commissions for them in the past, which was a very long time ago, but I am very good at making these intros, and in this video I'll be showing you exactly how I would make an intro if I wanted one made by me. This is a very easy tutorial and you only do need 3 apps for this, so make sure you download these apps before I get started. So let me just tell you guys what these apps are right now. So here are all the apps you will need. If you already do have these apps, that is perfect and you can skip this part. You will need an app called Picsart, Phonto, and CapCut. So now with all that being said, let's get started with the first part of this video. The first thing I always do when making a Preppy intro is I always search Preppy backgrounds into Pinterest or Safari. I usually take quite a long time to find the one I want because I want this intro to look best as possible. If you're going for a certain theme, like maybe it's Halloween and you want a Halloween background, make sure you type that in so you will get the best results. I'm just looking for a simple Preppy background that will not take away too much from my intro, so I am going to be looking for something with lighter colors. Okay, so I finally did find one that I liked, which is this one with the turtle and the crabs, the flowers, and all this ocean stuff. So I'm just going to quickly download this image, and then that is all we need to do on Pinterest for now. After that, you're going to want to go to Picsart, which you should already have it downloaded. Once you're in Picsart, you want to add your photo and you want to crop it down to the YouTube size, which it should be one of the options. I needed to quickly find the part of the photo that I wanted to use for my intro, which I think I'm going to use this bottom part. I always do click effects and I blur this picture so I can focus on the text and not what's on the background, but the background always is pretty important, especially if it's themed. The next part I'm going to be adding is some Preppy stickers and stuff because I think it just makes the intro look more full and completed. Feel free to copy in the stickers I'm using, but I'm just going to speed this part up. It's very easy to find stickers. All you have to do is search Preppy stickers in the little sticker icon and you will find a lot. So let me just quickly speed this part up and feel free to copy any of the stuff I'm doing. Okay Daisy, so I just finished the background and now I'm going to be working on the text in Phonto. I usually start with my intro saying you're watching, and you can use the text however you want, but these are a lot of my fonts that I have. If you want a tutorial on how to get these fonts, then you can just search up how to get and download fonts from DaFont, and then you just search it in the app and you can copy the text and you can get any of these fonts that I have. I use a lot of these for my thumbnails as well. I think I am going to pick Black Bubble for this font, so I'm just going to put you're watching in the very middle of this picture, and the next part is the best part in my opinion, which is where you pick the color. You can use any color depending on the background, but I always do add a little fade to it by clicking character by character, and you can do a fade to it. It is really cute. I think I'm going to do a lot of blues and pinks in this because that is kind of the theme that I'm going for, and these are my favorite colors as well. I also do add a stroke, and all you do is click style and then you just click the very bottom to get this kind of shadow on it. I also like to add secondary text, which is where you just add text to the very bottom of your main message. I'm just going to put in parentheses like the best YouTuber. You can add anything you want. You can say stay tuned or something along those lines. This is the font that I'm using for this. It is called Shorelines Script Bold. I'll put a picture of it on the screen so you know exactly what it looks like and you know exactly how to get it. I'm just going to do a quick stroke with a shadow. And that is the first part of this intro. We're going to be doing a couple more slides, so make sure you keep watching. This next slide is where you have your channel name, so mine obviously says Tay Forever, and you just want to type in your intro. At the very bottom, I am going to add a secondary text again, and I'm just going to say Adopt Me Content, which is what I do, and then you're just going to want to save that picture. This part is optional, but I forgot to add a sun ray to my background, so I'm just going to quickly add that, and I'm also going to re-add the text to this so it has the sun ray effect. You can decide to do this, or you can just skip it. The next slide we're going to be doing is the follow me slide. Since I only have one socials, I'm just going to be adding my Roblox username. You can add any other socials, like if you have a TikTok account, Instagram, you can add really anything, but I am just going to be adding my Roblox profile so people know which one is me and no one can impersonate you. I'm going to add this cute little flower, and you can add any other stickers to this as well, or you can just copy what I'm doing. Next is the subscribe slide, and I'm going to just make this have a little subscribe button and a like button at the very bottom, so I will show you guys how to do that in Picsart later, but for now I'm just going to do subscribe and grab a snack. You can add any text you want below this, but these are the ones that I'm going to be doing. Now that we finished all the slides, I'm going to be adding the subscribe button to the very bottom of this slide. So I'm just going to find a subscribe button that I like. I also decided that I wanted to add a notifications bell, which if you don't know what that is, it basically notifies people whenever you post. So I'm just going to quickly find one that I like. I didn't really like any of these, so I'm just going to search a bell and see if there's a bell emoji that I like. I decided on using the bell emoji, and I just searched mouse and found this mouse to add to the bell. So that's the subscribe screen, and feel free to copy this. Now I'm just going to save it, and we're going to work on the next one now. I'm just going to be screenshotting my Roblox profile. If you have any other socials, make sure you go and screenshot those. For my Roblox profile, I usually just crop my main avatar, and then I crop my name and my bio. You feel free to do anything you want, but this is just how I do mine. Now that we're back in Picsart, make sure you add all of the photos you just screenshotted. So I'm just going to quickly set these up how I like them. Again, feel free to copy either way I set it up, or you can mix it up and do your own. I just did my profile on the left side, the bio in the middle, and then my name at the bottom. Make sure they can read your name so there's not too much stuff in the way. Now I'm just going to be adding a follow button that I like. I'm just kind of making it kind of busy and make it look nice. I'm just trying to be more creative with this slide because the last one was pretty good. I'm going to screenshot the button where you follow someone on Roblox. I just found a random friend and I screenshotted it, and I'm just going to crop it and save it to my photos. And then I'm going to go back to Picsart and add that photo with another mouse. I'm just going to resize that and just get the mouse that I like. And the last thing I'm doing is getting a text box and having my Roblox character saying follow me, and I'm just going to quickly type in the follow me text, and I'm just going to make it bright and happy. I'm just going to try to decide on the color that I want. I think I'm going to do this text with a stroke, and I'm just going to quickly get that pink, and I'm just going to resize it, and that's the finished bio section. I also added a rainbow follow me that all I did was just search follow me and it came up. And for the very last slide, all I'm doing is saying enjoy and probably something at the very bottom. I think I'm just going to say grab a snack, and that's it for that section. This one was a pretty easy one. I did decide to add some emojis. If you want to add emojis, feel free to do any emojis you like. I'm going to be adding a flamingo, which is my favorite animal, and I'm also going to be adding a heart. I think it just helps it kind of just fill up the space and makes it a little bit better. I should have probably added more emojis in the whole intro, but I just didn't. The next part is one of my favorites, and which is picking music for your intro. Since I am finally making money on my YouTube videos, I'm not going to be using copyrighted music, so I just searched copyright-free intro music, and I'm just going to find a playlist that I like, and hopefully I'll be able to find a nice song that is pretty good. And if you guys are not making money on YouTube, feel free to use any song you would like, but I'm sure some of these creators who will be watching this will not want to get copyright strikes because enough can delete your channel, so make sure you are very careful with that. So now I just found the song that I wanted to use in this person's playlist, and feel free to use the same song like me, but there's also a ton of other songs that are perfect for intros on YouTube. I found someone who wrote the timestamps, and I just picked the song that I liked, and I screen recorded it for about 30 seconds, so I had enough to work with. Now all you need to do is add all of the slides you just worked on, and I prefer to add them in order of which they go in, so I always do you're watching, your channel name, the subscribe button, follow me, and then enjoy. At the very bottom you should see an audio button, and then all you do is click extracted audios and find the one you just screen recorded. So now I just trimmed it down a little bit, and your intro should be good to go so far. And the next part is one of the most fun parts in my opinion, which is adding the animations and all of the effects. So feel free to copy all of the animations I do. I'm just going to go on combo, and that's the one that I use more than anything else. For the first one, I decided to use sway in, and now I'm going to be finding where the beat drops in the audio. And then I just click the split button, and right when it drops, I can slide down the text to that. Make sure you adjust the length of your animation, so you just want to go back to effects. And I'm trying to get this perfectly lined up. It was kind of taking me a second, but I did end up getting it. Okay, so I think I got it, and now you just want to slide the bar to make sure that your animation is the full length and it's not just going to get cut off. I also like to add other effects, and I'm just going to go on MG and find the cartoon swirl. You can also use the curling wave, which is what I decided to do this time around. I do use cartoon swirl a lot though. For the next slide, I'm going to be finding another animation, which I think I might do wobble. I really like that one, and it's super simple. And for the subscribe button, I'm just going to go on combo again, and I'm going to find the distort left one, which I think this one is a very popular one. I'm going to split it a couple times down the middle to make it repeat the effect, if that makes sense. You can just skip this part if it's too complicated, but it should be easy if you're watching what I'm doing, especially if you already edit on CapCut. This should be pretty simple, so now it just goes over and over again, and it will just exit whenever you want it to. CapCut is a pretty easy app to use. Now I'm just going to be finding another effect that I like. Feel free to use any of the ones that are on here that are not pro. It kind of sucks that they added a lot of pro things and it's super annoying, but hopefully there are enough that you might like. But now I think I might do one of these. I like split a lot. I think it flows really nice into the other slide. Now I'm just going to be finding another effect that I like. I ended up using this one called slip and slide. There is an effect called slip and slide number 1 and slip and slide number 2, so make sure you use both of those if you're copying what I'm doing. Again, I'm going to be making slip and slide number 1 first, and then slip and slide number 2 right after. It should flow very nicely, and don't worry about it not lining up because CapCut automatically does it for itself. If this is too complicated to follow, you can really do any effects and it'll still look nice. I'm just going to add that swirl, and then I'm just going to add a simple effect for the very last part. I needed to blur this effect because I was thinking about using this effect, but at the end I didn't like it, so I just decided that I was going to change it. I did decide I wanted to use spin in for the very last effect. Now for the fun part, I'm just going to choose the effects that I like, and feel free to fade in the audio like I'm doing here. It just makes it sound better. I'm going to add it to the very beginning and to the very end. So far the intro is looking very nice, and if you want to skip past the effects part, that's totally okay, but I think it makes the intro look better, so that is why I'm going to be adding effects. I was trying to make it have like a fade out effect, but I didn't think the clip was long enough for that to work. So now I'm just going to go to my saved effects and just add a couple of them. This one is called Bubbles, and if you just search it, any of these will come up. I'm also going to be using Recorder, which is a very popular one. I use this one a lot in my intros. I'm also going to be doing Radiating Love, and I'm turning the filter down a little bit because I don't want that to filter my intro. And then I'm going to do, I think, Magic Wand. This one you have to line it up to the slide you want, so I'm just going to have it where my channel name is. It isn't that hard to line it up because it just kind of is a little bit delayed, but if that makes sense, it is pretty easy, so all you have to do is just slide it. Then I'm going to be adding this meteor shower effect. Since I already had a lot of effects, I had to try to like copy it and then just go like that. It was pretty easy to do that. And I'm just going to line it up again. So this is a lot of effects, I know, but I just think all of them together looks really nice. So this is actually the finished intro, and I really hope this was a helpful tutorial for you if you did not know how to make your own preppy intro. I think that this is one of the best intros I've made in a while. I like all the effects I added, and feel free to change up anything in this. But I really hope this was helpful to you and you can make your own preppy intro. And if you do decide to do that, make sure you tag me in it so I can see your finished results. I hope you daisies have a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video.